Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're reaching this message. May it find you and provide you with the necessary insight, guidance, or enjoyment that you are looking for as you seek this. Today, and did I say this is the Daily Dharma? My name is Dina. Thank you so much for joining. So today we've done something just a little different here. I have done this blind pull. I've set up 3 separate piles with a number of cards each. This will be more like a pick a card reading for those that are interested in that. So with these 3 piles, they may all resonate with one or more situations in your experience in life, or you may have one resonate with one area of your life, another with something else, and maybe only one. You get the drill. So I will show you first the cards that you have to pick from. This first pile says, it's not as if you need anyone. And the back of the card states, for as long as you wish to keep them in your life, whoever they may be, understanding them as opposed to changing them will wildly improve the chances that they'll wish to keep you in their life. On the other hand, you're pretty much stuck with me. Oh, wow, how I love you, the universe. So someone not fulfilling your expectations, perhaps, in the first pile, and sitting on the fence with where to go next. The second pile says, start where you are. And I felt like this wasn't the right card, and so I put it back and I said, if it's meant to be, it'll come out again. I started shuffling again, and then it popped out again. So this is the second pile. The great thing about feeling deep, profound, earth-shaking love is that you can start with anyone. Next, the universe. So something that may need to be removed from your life, something, some type of transition there. Third card, third pile, coming forward as sometimes the good is hidden. May need to really stretch your perception to see the best, the seed of possibility potential. It says find the good in what they said or asked. It's always there, even if they didn't mean for it to be there. Sherlockly yours, the universe. P.S. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. So in that situation, somebody may be challenging you based on their own insecurities in how they see and experience you as having more, being more, having expressed or figured something out that they are challenged by. And we think that they're trying to be better than us, perhaps. And we're being told to look beyond that. So there are our 3 piles. We'll get into those in just a moment. So underneath the deck, I have flipped each one as after I've figured out the pile orientation. And before I started anything, I had been pre-shuffling and the dance Unveiling, the 36 card, which is the reason that I actually bought this deck. Because for any who haven't heard the story, just quickly, I found that image online one time and I had no idea it was the Kuan Yin depiction. I had no idea it was a tarot card. It didn't have the language on it. I found that and was fascinated by it, and I used it for my very first avatar on Twitter. And my Twitter feed is so dead at this point. So feel well to go and check that out if you want. The old information is all still there. I used to be quite into my channel over there, and sometimes I do long for that time again. So these are all potentially messages for you in a time that you have felt estranged from. There's some kind of distance between yourself and part of your journey that's coming up relevant for yourself. So first, what we're going to do is I have a channeled message about the 36 card here. We'll go over the underneath of the deck as the general messages, and then we're going to get back into the 3 piles where you'll be able to see the background information that Spirit wants you to know about that situation in your life. And then for each pile, we will go ahead and pick a rune and perhaps get a reading from the rune book here. So let's start. 36, the dance unveiling. At many points on our soul's journey, it's imperative that the universal forces enact energies beyond our human understanding. The reasons are many: to stretch our capacity, to invoke our choice points, to push our static moments into dynamic change, to assist us in experiencing more of the all that is, so that we don't choose an easier, faster path through our human judgmental mind, but use our resonance and our multidimensional guidance, and to then self-develop in that way, honing our own ability to key in, to utilize the guidance that shows itself at specific intervals and times, to move beyond our avatar state and into beingness, and to witness ourself as experience itself, seeing ourself not as this human or this pinpoint on a map, or this experience or that experience having defined our entire life. It's about the convergence of both our recollections, our nostalgia, our hopes, dreams, our visions from an early stage. They're trying to reawaken and reactivate through ourselves. And sometimes, most often, it is through the most challenging circumstances that we develop the heightened sensibilities and sensitivities that reactivate the vision that we're here to create, to co-create with Spirit. So the dance unveiling is like, when we're moving through life, I often will have this imagery of individuals, and even you could be the most stoic of individuals, but as we're navigating our path and our experience, it's like the light body, I want to say, is kind of moving and like, bobbing, swaying, maybe shadow boxing with the shadow figures that appear in our situation. And have you ever had a situation that seems so all consuming, and then through the passage of time, those things start to alleviate, or our resonance takes us away from a challenge and into something creative and inspiring over here. And then those issues that seemed so prevalent and so demanding of our time, energy, and attention no longer have any relevance, and we've moved completely into a different timeline and a different experience of our life. So at that moment, it defined that moment, but then later on, it has very little relevance to our daily life. It might be a fundamental experience that is still potentially coloring our other experiences to some degree, but it's like through the navigation, through the stretching, bending, and maneuvering and manipulation of our own energy frequencies, we're able to move through each thing by itself. It's talking about the mysterious workings of the universe being on purpose, because if we knew the outcomes, would we put ourselves into those challenges to begin with? And if we didn't, then we would miss the gift of the activation of our reawakening to our deeper vision. So then we have, you have what it takes, turn on your love light. So whether or not this was something that you've been doubting yourself or feeling like you couldn't understand something, the understanding is only as good as it can be from the end, looking back. So you have what it takes to make the right moves at the right time to and how many of us feel a little bit different when we are asked to go up on a stage, for instance, and do a performance, or to dance in front of a whole group of individuals that are perhaps sitting down nice and neat and proper. It can be quite intimidating to for many to get up and dance, to move the body in a specific way is seen as um, unguarded, vulnerable. But it's saying that is the magic of the path that we have in front of us, and you have what it takes to make the right moves and to not be so guarded. To turn on your love light is to say that even like this, good is hidden. Find the good in what was said or asked. Find the good no matter how hidden it was in those pearls of challenge, because it's all part of something that's coming to our attention. So 26, where you need to be. This is all about finding yourself at the right place at the right time, accidentally, incidentally, and these challenges put us in the correct mindset, the correct questioning, the correct curiosity state, and the correct healing state. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Have faith that the universe will take care of a current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all concerned, which is sometimes difficult for us, being marked by ego and all of our multiple experiences, to appreciate things as they are unveiling. And so, if we can just be present in the moment and to tap into the feelings, that is where we're bringing our awareness into the body, into the center, so that our power base of self is all recollected back into center, where we can be in charge of our own destiny, sort of. The prosperity card coming out for the code cards underneath. Supporting our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy, in celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. So this is also telling me that some type of movement, whether that's exercise, stretching, or literally dancing yourself, that some type of movement is going to assist us in releasing resistance, moving blocks or old stagnant energies. It's going to help to reactivate those energies and help them to move through our beingness and bring things up to the surface. Many people through yoga or dance can unlock stagnant pain or hidden pain. And so being able to bring those things up can create an emotional release. So under the mixed shamanic deck here, on the very bottom we had cosmic womb, the divine feminine. To me, this is an aspect of the great mother, the mother Gaia perhaps, or goddess energy generally or specifically, as the nurturing, supportive, co-creative energy that wants to help us to work through all of this, to be bigger, better, and more than we've ever dreamt, perhaps. And so we're being wrapped in her love this year with this dragon energy that I see in here. Under that will o' the wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. Again, sometimes the good is hidden. The prosperity is hidden right underneath our nose within the situation that we are already immersed in. And then here's eye of the needle, intentionality below that. So with our own intention, we can dance it out, we can shout it out, we can get into this and really tap into that thought of perhaps saying to the universe, to God, goddess, whatever you pray to, ancestors for guidance, whatever. We can ask for the grace to continue. We can this is a speech yesterday that I heard on gratitude, talking about, it was a reading that I can't remember what the source was, but it was speaking about the difference between prayerfully petitioning spirit to give or to grant or to bring something to us versus our ability to be present and to stay focused and appreciative of where we're at. The gratitude prayer is not only law of attraction, it is saying, if I can be resourceful, then I understand I don't need that expensive outfit or car, or I don't need that huge bankroll, although it would be nice to do what we need to do. It's if I have enough in this moment to do the next step and the next step and the next step, then the prosperity comes without that excess that can create complicity and complacency. So it's about appreciating the long walk to the destiny and not being so focused on, oh, my feet hurt, but lifting your head up and taking in the universal miraculous magic that surround us in every moment, and knowing that it's a prayer of deliverance when universal forces place us in situations that don't make sense. It's because there's a treasure there. So under the Return to Spirit deck, I do appreciate for the road noise. I hope you don't mind. It's a beautiful day and we have the pole barn door wide open. Right. Being able to journal, to write things down, the messages that come through, the animals that show themselves to you, being able to talk about in there what you dreamt about or how you felt upon waking. How does your body feel? How is your emotional state? What are you doing that day? What are your objectives, and what was the experience? And those type of things, if you don't know where to start, or just letting spirit work through you during meditation, having the pen and paper. And then also blessings of the Moon Maiden. We are being gifted and insight is coming to us. So trust the process. So it's not as if you need anyone over here with the Tibetan quartz, if that speaks to you. So it's not as if you need anyone. You are feeling perhaps unsupported and wanting more. Maybe you are also petitioning spirit and saying, I don't have what I need. And spirit is saying, if you don't have what you need, I'm not going to give you more. But if you say, okay, I have everything that I need, show me how to apply the things that I have in a meaningful way that helps me to see through this. Let's flip your deck. Okay. Clearing the excess, number 18. This suggests you even have too much and that maybe you're spoiled for choice in some type of a regard. Maybe you have too many creative interests or too much clutter. Simplifying things, you will perhaps come across things that can be applied. You can also, just by decluttering and cleaning up, tidying up your space, it creates more space in our mental, emotional beingness here to be able to clearly see through. But clutter ends up reflecting inside and it becomes too busy to see clearly. So clearing the excess, you're entering a transitional phase. Oh, really? And would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it's in your physical body or in your physical space. The 3 code cards you got, I said that because I saw this one, transition is coming through. And this to me speaks more than an environmental change. It speaks to me about changes within the body, mind, and spirit with an actual, like maybe you woke up and felt different one day, or you just made a commitment in some way. And so this is the urge to upgrade our vibrational frequency, to work more perhaps with spirit, and in more specifically with our creative desire nature. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our life. So if you're feeling unsupported, I feel like you have many things at your disposal that you are being encouraged to be resourceful and to leverage the assets that you do have in a powerful new way. So then we have the 3 cards from the mixed shamanic deck. Look at that in the hand. Universe is your partner. It's like you have what you need. It's in the palm of your hand. And I sense that that's sort of your inspiration and your willpower to apply and use those creative things and to work with the flow of what is, to work with the universe in synergy and say what you prefer, and then to move and flow with what is, getting into the flow state through meditation. And here we have taming the wind. It's like the winds of change are activating an urge within you, a desire nature to work with something. And you're being told that you have everything that you need to really snap things back into context. Then we have 5 cards from the Return to Spirit deck. We have Storm. This is the precursor. Something wasn't working, and now you want to harness the power of the storms to create something. And there's the change of mind. Something that wasn't working led you to shift your energy and ideals. And here we have simplicity. Yes, simplifying and bringing things back into easily cleared and easy to understand, decluttering, simplifying life and energy in that way. Here we have immunity. This will help you to feel better. It will help your health and well-being. It will help you to cope better with the scenarios that arise in your life. And then we have manifest. So you're being able to manifest something extremely powerful. This transition is going to deliver you to the vision that has somewhat been pushed to the side, or that you thought you needed many hands from the community or from friends and loved ones to provide and to create. Look at this, many hands of the goddess. As you do for yourself in these powerful ways and give thanks for the present of where you're at, there are many hands from the universe reaching down and, like poking this one thing. Oh, look at that. I haven't seen that in a while. And you pick it up and then it has a use. So many hands of the goddess are reaching down to support us. And even if we don't think we have the time or energy to do something, by calling to the goddess energy, there is so much assistance and so much ease when we're in the right mindset, being thankful versus being resentful of where we're at. And this one, I'm not sure if we could get flagged for that, but here we have also this Dakshina, and this is talking about our ability to take back the dissipated energy from our fears and from things that have threatened to take us off course, and to get back to center, to cut away what doesn't serve, especially mentally, and to get started in a new direction. So that was our Tibetan quartz. You don't need anyone. Spirit's already there for you. Second pile, start where you are. The great thing about feeling this deep, profound, earth-shaking love is that you can start with anyone. Next. So let's see. So start where you are says, here we have 38, shedding the old. Very big transition of life. Maybe you're going through some type of life change. Maybe a transition in partnership or job. Shedding the old, there's a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so that you'll be able to see these new prospects and to delight in their presence, right? Fearfully, we can get caught up in not knowing the benefits of change, and we can get, oh, will I be up to the challenge? Will it provide everything that I want? Will it be just more of the same old? But every time a transition happens, we do not need to believe old situations into being on top of that. So allow yourself to be really delighted by this new adventure and to dance like no one's watching through this transition as it unveils itself to you. Allow yourself to see these changes. And it says, be open with whatever comes your way without judgment, without opinion or fear, and without resistance. When you allow, the universe becomes your partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. And you got here solar plexus chakra and root chakra. And under the deck, when I put these out, was the heart chakra. So this change is definitely, and look at how the color palette here, heart is green, and then we have yellow and red, and then the allowance is green, yellow, red here. So this energy is definitely coming through. So start where you are to really get inspired. You have a strong foundation set up ahead of time, and you have a lot of creative energy to apply to this situation. Allow it to delight your senses. So 3 shamanic cards. The first one is the Magician's Sword. Confidence in your magic. You have what it takes. Turn your love light on. So there we have Magician's Sword is enabling you to cut through and to create a niche for yourself. And then we have the ancient ones. So the ascended masters, the ancestors, and any concurrent past, present, future lives between lives, all of this ancient wisdom is coming to the forefront here and allowing these energies to speak through us will help us to work through this transitional phase. And yes, the shedding the old, shedding the skin. Look at this Watcher's transpersonal card. This shedding of the earthly experience, the earthly avatar perhaps, into this whole new beingness. This lobster here is somewhat of its own little alien, ancient body. This, what do I want to say? It's like a higher life form, speaking about cosmic energies beyond this realm, for instance, which is why I don't have context to explain it. But you are shedding your resistance to your embodiment of these energies. And I do believe, yes, mediumship was under the deck over on the first stack of cards here, but it came out in your reading. We have for you also a lot of assistance coming your way through this transition. We have contact with the beyond realms here coming through. You're putting your life into right order, and this transition is helping you to understand your placement here and why things were necessary. And your gifts are coming online for mediumship. So whatever this is a powerful transition, and you are being called to listen very well to what's coming forward in your own energy. And then we have Shining Lotus with Dance, Call of the Dancing Crane, your magnetism, your powerful center. It's saying shine brightly and come online in that manner. So yeah, you're calling people in, making contact with people also. I always run out of time, you folks. The third pile, sometimes the good is hidden. I sense that we're going to skip the runes today. I apologize. Maybe I'll do a second segment. Sometimes the good is hidden. Connect to source. Beautiful. So here we have 47. Go within to discover what needs to be done. Create the shift, the shift required to attract what you want. So if something is hidden behind challenge and adversity, go into your heart with extreme discernment on who and what gets your energy and what type of emotional resonance gets sparked and fed, because we have a very fertile growth cycle coming up, and connecting with source versus any fears is going to unlock that. Skywriting the fates. This has runes all in the foreground. This says that this is a destined change, and we're tuning into higher sources of wisdom. Heart of the sky. Yes, very cosmic. And then we have the rainmaker. You're bringing some nourishment back down to the earth. Innocence. This is something you've done since childhood, perhaps. Transmuting with the violet flame, healing, and birthing a new way to be in this world. And here we have surfacing. Yes, you are like a seed that's coming above the surface, and committing to these new energies is really unlocking this next segment for you. Nectar of the lotus. Know how and where to get your sustainment. The nectar of the lotus is directly from source. You are being reinvigorated with your meditation, with your healthy practices and all of that, and cutting away what no longer serves your process here. So that Khadga 9 card is really talking about this. Sitting with source here is going to powerfully unlock something for yourself. So it does look like we're out of time. I didn't mean to rush through any of those messages. If you did like, please do consider hitting some of those buttons. You can't go wrong. And let's get a couple of runes for anybody if we can. Here we have, this looks like the DNA to me. We'll put that on pile 1. Secondary, Raido, the R. And for the third stack, we have this one here. And if we get cut off, we'll put those in the description box below. So the first one, the DNA, is Inguz, and that is fertility. The second one, Raido, is the journey. And the third one is Manas, which is the self. So yes, self is source, source is self. Raido is all about connecting with the journey and really riding the wave that is coming in flow state. And this last one, or the first pile rather, I went in reverse.